Hello and a very warm welcome to Rising Stars. I'm Vikram Oza. So you're traveling abroad, you need your Forex organized and quickly at that. The Forex grey market has by and large been the go-to option for this, but times are changing. We've had demonetization play out, especially now in a digital world. We're looking at Forex, which is a $2 billion market in India, which roughly translates to 12,000 crore rupees. Online retailing in the Forex space, that is still a largely unexplored business. And one of the first movers there is Ananth Reddy. He's founder and CEO of the Bangalore-based startup BuyForex Online. He's joining us on Rising Stars. Great to have you with us.
Thank you, Vikram.
So you started the Forex business quite early. This was in 1995, actually.
96,
Yeah, it was much earlier, before you started with BuyForex Online. So, and I know that you always had an interest in collecting coins. So is that how early it started?
I think, yeah, when I was about 10 years old is when I started collecting coins. And that kind of seems to have translated into my professional life too. And in 96, I was wondering, what job to get into.
Yeah.
And I was walking on a high street and I saw this Forex agent. And customers were spilling out onto the sidewalk. So I kind of studied that business model, opened next door. And the first day I received almost 50% of the business.
Why? What did you do differently then?
Nothing. I just offered another option.
Another option, but obviously a little more comfort for the customer, so they don't have to stand out in the sun.
Exactly.
So offline is something that you started with,
yes.
And then you've decided to go online, but this happened much later, in 2013, I would imagine.
2013.
Correct.
I saw an opportunity because a lot of people are actually buying all the travel requirements online, on all these travel portals. So you could book your tickets, you could buy your hotels, everything online. So I thought, why not foreign exchange? So again, I studied the market. I studied the regulatory aspects.
Which would have been the most difficult to
Absolutely,
surmount.
most difficult, because they were framed very long back.
Right.
But ultimately, we were able to start, we went online. And I think we gave a much more convenient option, which is a lot more transparent. So as you would know, the Forex industry is very opaque. Even a seasoned finance professional would not really know what the prevailing Forex rate is.
Correct.
And this leads to a lot of inefficiencies and higher rates.
Correct.
So what we did was to take the entire process online and give a very transparent option. And when you talk about rates, most people know the rate that they see on Google, for example.
Correct. Now that's your go-to option to look at what the Forex rate is.
Absolutely. So that is what is called the interbank rate. That's the base rate.
Yes.
But when a person wants to actually buy foreign exchange,
when you go on the ground, there's nothing close to what you're reading on Google.
Excellent. So then the rates that they generally get are, for example, in the airport, on the interbank rate, IBR, there's almost a 18 to 20% margin.
At airports?
At airports.
Yeah, and that's the most expensive place to actually buy Forex.
Yes, so, and if you actually swipe your debit card or credit card online, you're almost about 9 to 10% is what your margin is.
Right.
Even banks charge you 2 to 3%.
Right.
So when we launched, and there's also different rates for currency notes, which is physical money, and foreign exchange cards, which is electronic money.
Right.
So all these various rates are floating about. And so when we launched, we offer the Forex card option, and we give our rates at IBR. So what you see on the online is the rates that we offer you.
So if I look at Google on a certain day, that's the rate that will be applicable when I'm doing a transaction.
Not on a certain day, a certain minute. So it's
every minute if it's changing, you can match it with that. Right. And then there is an amount of time before you actually take control of the Forex.
Right.
A certain amount of time passes. So is that something that is locked in?
So this has been the inefficiency in the market. For example, if you go to a brick and mortar money changer, he gives you a rate, but he can't hold that rate until he receives a payment.
Correct.
So the best option is that he offers you, he asks you to pay him in cash, and he gives you currency notes.
Right.
So this whole transaction is unrecorded. It's off books, it's in the grey market.
Yes.
So this is what contributes to the grey market. It's not that people have black money to spend on Forex. They actually are made to withdraw currency from a bank and pay him.
Correct.
So we have an online payment gateway facility. So a person sees the rate, he can actually make a payment immediately online.
Right.
And that locks the rate. So that's the innovation that we made in this whole industry.
So if you're doing transactions on IBR, what is your revenue model? Actually, how does it work for you? How do you make your money?
So most of our Forex that we sell is on the Forex card. So almost 93% of our Forex is on the Forex card. So we get volume incentives from the bank which issues the card. So we are kind of channel partners for banks and for their cards. So that's our revenue. And we pass on all the benefit to the customer.
I see. So going ahead from here, obviously, if you want to scale the business, there will be a lot more collaborations that you will have to draw out.
Right.
I know that when you started in 2013,
right.
you waited for a year before the entire model kind of settled,
right.
The digital model. which was a game in itself because of the regulatory nature
Yes.
of the entire space.
Yes.
But having done that, you came in with a collaboration with Make My Trip, and that really put you in a larger spectrum.
Exactly. That gives a lot of publicity, visibility, and credibility. But then now we're actually branching out into other alliances. So we are targeting, we have a B2C vertical where we do most of our client acquisition is through online marketing.
Right.
But now we actually, we have a unique platform to actually aggregate agents onto our platform, including education agents, travel agents, education consultants, whatever it is. So all these people can come onto our platform. It's a very easy order processing thing. And we take care of the Forex requirements of their clients.
Right.
So this is our growth driver.
Correct.
And that's where we're heading now.
Absolutely. So also you mentioned the cards.
Right.
Now, if you're going to get those Forex cards, you're saying again, there is value over there because you get it at a different rate, which would be slightly lower.
Yes.
The electronic money that you put on a card when you're traveling,
yes.
Does that even come at a lower rate?
No, that's at the interbank rate. So
that's at interbank rate.
Rates.
But you mentioned that electronic money is obviously, there is some kind of difference over there.
Different in the sense, when you have a card,
yes.
It's a very secure product.
Correct.
If you run out of funds while you're traveling, you can actually reload on the go on our website.
I see.
And it's just a much better product there.
That's right. So with all the collaboration that you're drawing, whether it's with education consultants, whether it's with travel agents,
right.
That's a way of growing the business.
Absolutely.
But also, how do you scale further? Are you planning, because there aren't many Asian country models when it comes to Forex
right.
business. How do you plan to kind of attack that?
I think
because then that is immediate growth for you,
yes.
Looking beyond Indian borders as well.
So not only looking beyond Indian borders, there's a huge market for incoming travelers. So
right.
As an Indian would take Forex cards going outside, a foreign traveler into India would want rupee cards.
I see.
So that's one area for growth.
How large is that market?
That's also another, I'd say, so the Forex outbound market is almost about 8 to 10 billion.
Yes.
So the inbound market is the $2 billion, $2 to $3 billion.
That is significant as well.
Yes.
But as you go along, now that the tech piece has settled,
right.
you are, when you are offering these services to travel agents and education consultants,
right.
you're taking some of that headache,
right.
whether it's to do with sales, whether it's to do with the entire
processing order
process
yes.
of taking in orders and making sure the dispensation, etc., happens. Yeah. That in place, now when you look at growth, since you've been largely bootstrapped,
right.
How are you looking at funding right now? How much have you been bootstrapping with?
Okay.
What's in the kitty right now, and how much do you plan to raise?
So we've raised so far about $1 million. It's friends and family, initially, internal resources.
Right.
So now we're going for another $1 to $2 million for implementing our growth initiatives, expansion, and maybe we even expanding to nearby countries. International expansion could be definitely on the cards.
Right.
We get almost about 30,000 unique visitors to our website per month, almost 70% on the mobile. So we want to actually do a complete UI UX overhaul to increase the conversion rates. So that's a huge initiative. So I think technology spend is, I think, going to be a chunk of it.
Yes, and since you are among the first movers in the entire space, staying ahead of the competition is going to be important as well. I'm seeing others jump into the fray too. By way of the model itself, there's not going to be too much to differentiate. If you can offer it IBR, then others can too.
Offer it, yes. I think, but what we are focusing on customer service. So we have been growing at a slower pace, but we've ensured that customer service levels have been maintained. Due to that, we get a lot of referral business. There's a lot of credibility of our brand in the market.
Correct.
And I think now that is set, I think we're ready to expand much faster now.
Well, we wish you great luck on this journey going ahead. Ananth Reddy, founder and MD of BuyForex Online. Great to have you with us.
Thank you so much.
And we take a small break on that note. There's much more coming up right after. Stay with us.